Hello all, this is Dan Perry, the founder of Reverse Tide, and in these videos, this three-part series, we're going to talk all about the online resume. Now, this video, this first one, is going to be about why you should create an online resume and all the different benefits associated with it. In the second video, we're going to go into the details of actually how you do it, how you create a website, and all the details around actually making that website into an online resume. And then the third video, we'll talk about all the different best practices in doing this process. So let's start off with this first video, and that's why you should create an online resume. Now there's 8 really good benefits. And here's the thing, most employers are never going to see this. They might get hundreds of applicants to a job, and very few are actually going to do an online resume. So this really enables you to stand out. And that is our first benefit, standing out in all kinds of different ways. In the way that you approach the job application process, in the way that you're formatting it so that it looks so much better, and most importantly, in how you're showing confidence that you are the best applicant. So it's really a good thing when you're competing against hundreds of other applicants that you stand out. That's what you want to do in the job application process, and an online resume is something no one else will do, so you'll definitely stand out. The second reason is that you're demonstrating so many different skill sets. First of all, you're being proactive because, gosh, nobody else is doing this. They're just following the instructions. They're doing a basic template. You're going and doing something proactive to really show you're the best candidate. That's a good thing. It's showing marketing prowess, which is really important in the business world, where you're actually going and you're taking your qualifications and you're presenting them to an employer in a marketable way, with good formatting, with interesting contents, and really promoting yourself in a great way. It's showing presentation skills, great communication skills, which almost every job description actually asks for. So that's a skill set you certainly want to prove, and an online resume does exactly that. And then, of course, tech skills. Now, you might not have to create websites for the specific job you're applying to, but at the very least, it shows that you have interesting tech skills where you can go and use technology to ultimately benefit you in the professional world. That's a good thing. So it shows all these different skill sets, and it actually proves it rather than just stating them. The third reason is that it actually reverses things and lets employers find you rather than vice versa. So you can link to your online resume, your website, from your LinkedIn profile, from any emails or other correspondence that you have with employers and recruiters, or any other methods as well. And that way employers are actually, when they're looking for that qualified candidate, they're going to come across your website much more likely than the piece of paper sitting on your desk. It's a great method. Now there's other people who might even go so far as to make their website optimized through the search engines. So that way when employers are searching for help on a specific thing, gosh, they can go to your website, they can find you proactively and then reach out and say, hey, can you help us with the job, rather than you having to go seek them out and apply for it. That's a good thing. It's a good thing for getting jobs, and it's a great thing for negotiation later on. The fourth reason is that it shows amazing creativity when you're going above and beyond. You can format the resume in all kinds of non-conventional ways, which obviously allows you to boost the marketing appeal as well as the aesthetic appeal. People who are looking at really boring resumes all day are going to be really happy to see something different, something creative. They're going to be interested and intrigued by, gosh, who is this person who created this website and articulates all their qualifications in such an interesting way? Those are the sort of things that you want recruiters to think about you, and that's what an online resume allows you to do. Next, it allows you to actually prove your qualifications, where you can give evidence of all the qualifications you list. Now, all the other applicants, they're just going to have bullet points that state that they can do the job in question, that they have these qualifications. With an online resume, it allows you to attach all kinds of other materials in order to prove that you have the qualifications you state. So you can attach videos, you can attach articles, you can attach perspectives. Really anything that boosts your case and proves those qualifications can be part of your online resume. And that's not necessarily the case with a paper resume. So this, again, makes you stand out so much more than other applicants. The next reason is that you can store all of your materials, all the things you've done in your career on a website. You can do all the things that you did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, the things you're doing today. Once you do something professionally, you can upload it to your website, and then all of a sudden, that exists there forever. So that when you need it later on to go prove to an employer that you're good in something, that you're qualified in something, you can bring that back to the table and highlight it within your resume. You don't have to show it, but at a minimum, it can store everything you've done professionally within your career. The seventh reason is that for freelancers, it has enormous benefits. As a freelancer, you're not necessarily applying to full-time jobs. You're not necessarily using the normal application process. So as a freelancer, you can create a website that's branded separately and articulates all the different services that you offer as a freelancer. And then again, employers are going to find you. The people who need help with that specific thing are going to seek you out because they're finding you based on all the services that you're articulating on that site. And if you're really smart, not only can you offer services for your time, but you can actually repackage them into already existing products so you can earn a passive income off of those products. That's something that's really, really valuable, and a lot of people are taking advantage of today in the freelancing world. Finally, it gives you an immense amount of confidence. You're going to actually feel that confidence within yourself because you're being unique and you're taking charge of the really, really monotonous application process. That's going to undoubtedly have a big effect on the outcomes that you ultimately achieve in the application process, and eventually when you're actually negotiating the compensation. Because you feel that confidence and you've taken this proactive approach, we think that, gosh, you're going to do a lot better job in actually getting the job and then negotiating your salary. So all 8 of these reasons really enable you to stand out, to show creativity and all kinds of great skill sets, to prove your qualifications, and to do something different, something above and beyond what other applicants are doing. And that's exactly why you should consider an online resume. Now, if these things sound interesting to you, your next step, your next question is to say, well, gosh, how do I do this? What's the method of doing it? So in the next video, we're going to talk about how you create a website very easily, very inexpensively, and how you ultimately make that into something desirable, something that employers are going to be impressed by. So let's go on to the next video where we talk about starting a website and building that online resume.